You are a very good woman, Maggie. Well, be careful what you say. Because if Kristen has got Sarah's hopes up for nothing, I'm going to tear that Jezebel from limb to limb. All right. Make yourself useful, Sandy. You grab that arm. I'm going to grab this one. What? What's happening? All right. On the count of 3, you get over there. We're going to hoist you. What the hell do you think?
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel where I'll be doing another episode recap for today's Days of Our Lives, November 21st, 2024. So Kristen, this episode today was really about how Kristen is just going out really sad, right? And desperate. So Maggie and Kayla are talking about Sarah and just whether or not she's going to improve or walk again. So Kristen barges in, and of course she's impatient because she wants Sarah to walk like yesterday. And she's just, urging Kayla to push Sarah to walk and all that. And she's saying that when Ralph made the serum, he was confident that it's gonna, help her walk. So maybe Kayla needs to push. So of course she asked Kayla about the progress of that. So Kayla said, I'm not at liberty to tell you, you're not family or anything. So she's like, but I gave you guys a serum, so I think that I should know what's going on with Sarah. So anyways, Maggie comes forth and said, Sarah is not walking as yet. So of course Kristen is impatient. So Kristen rushes off into Sarah's room to kind of speed up things. So Kayla wants to rush after her, but Maggie just says, you know what? Since she gave us a serum, let's give her some grace. But be sure, if that doesn't help Sarah to walk again, I'm definitely going to tear that Jezebel from limb to limb. Her exact words, right? So don't mess around with Maggie, because Maggie's a kind, good-hearted person, but she has that little fiery side. That redhead is gonna come out. Kristen barged into the room and is already forcing Sarah to start walking. She's urging Xander to, grab one of her arm, and she grabbed the other, and they force Sarah to really pick up this walking thing again. So of course Xander is alarmed because he's like, what do you think you're doing? Like, this is insanity, right? So she's saying like, you got to push yourself, you got to get out of the bed, and I gave you guys a serum, like, this is taking too long and all of that, right? So Xander just, picks up Kristen and just throws her out of the room, as he should, because, like, what are you doing? Maggie and Kayla come into the room, and Xander tells them what happened with Kristen coming in and trying to force Sarah to walk. So Kayla asks the question, like, why is Kristen concerned that much about Sarah? She's not really concerned about anybody other than herself. So Maggie said, I don't think it's that. I think it's to prove to Brady that, okay, she handed over the serum, but, she wants it to work so that, she and Brady could have a chance of being together again. So she's really desperate. So Sarah is saying that, maybe it wasn't all too bad that Kristen came back, because now she wants to at least try to put this serum to work, try to walk, right? So with Xander's help, she tries to come off of the bed. However, she stumbles. So she's not really there yet to try to walk, right? So at the pub, Ava and Brady are there. Of course, Ava is not really too happy with Brady, and we know it's because of the whole Sophia and Tate thing. So Brady is confused because, he thought the last time, they spoke, they're on good terms. So he asked her what's going on. So she said it's because of your son, like how he treated Sophia. So he's confused. So he sits down, and Ava tells him that while Sophia and Tate were in bed and they were becoming intimate, Tate calls out Holly's name. So it just proved that he's still not over Holly. And then, Sophia got hurt in the process. So she's really feeling bad for Sophia. And, Brady is understanding of that, because, Tate shouldn't have done that. And he really is not on board with that. So, he's trying to, at first he was saying that, he's a teenager and he was trying to let down Sophia easy. He was trying to not, try to give the relationship a work. But Ava is saying, like, please miss me with that, because, like, if you know that you're not over somebody, you shouldn't have bring somebody else to the bed or really give them false hope. So Brady understands, and he definitely agrees with that. So At some point, Ava apologizes to Brady, because again, it's not his fault. And he said that, I'm sorry that I wasn't really focused on what's going on with them because I was, seeing what's happening with Sarah. So anyways, they move past that and she asks how Sarah's doing. So he said, last time I checked, she got the serum, the final dose. So, just waiting to see if it will work. So, they're just there hoping that Sarah, does improve and all of that, right? So they start hugging out and he pays for, their breakfast and everything. And it's I can really see this couple happening. So anyways, Lady Kristen comes in. Of course, she is surprised to see them hugging, and she's like, well, what do we have here? So anyways, they said, they're friends, and she says, friends since when? So she said, not that it's any of your business, but we have things in common, and we've just been talking and getting along. So anyways, Kristen says, I was just at the hospital, and Sarah could use a little bit of confidence boost, to get her walking again. So he said that he's gonna stop over the hospital to see how she's doing and all that, right? So that leaves Kristen and Ava to really, straighten things out. So Kristen's like, what do you think you're doing, right? Like trying to mess around again with somebody else's man. Like first Kayla, then Gabby and all that. Like you just never learn. You just like to wreck homes. So she's like, I wasn't wrecking anybody's home, and first and foremost, like we were friends. We are friends. Like, we just were talking about a situation where somebody was going through heartbreak and all that, and that was why that hug was done. But anyways, I don't need to justify myself to you. So anyways, Kristen is saying that listen, like, I don't feel comfortable with you just being around Brady and all of that. And she said, like, for what reason? Like, for one thing, you and him are not an item. Like, we are both single people, right? And she's like, he is the father of my child, and we share a child and all that. So even though we're not together, like, we do have a child. So she's saying, like, you have your hopes up so much. And she's talking about, we were friends and all that. So she's like, we are not friends anymore because you stabbed me in the back and let me go from the mirror. And, you told, reveal my secret and all that. So she's like, I didn't have no choice. I don't have to defend myself to you. Gabby left me with no choice but to let you go in order to keep the company going, right? So anyways, she said that if I were you, from former friend to friend, like, you need to not have your hopes up about Brady, because from what I heard, Brady might have convinced you to give the serum for you guys to work it out, but Brady is not 100% sure that you guys are getting back together. So if I were you, I would not get my hopes up that much, right? So she, goes on to her business smiling because, she told Kristen the business. She get it straightened out. So to my dismay, Holly and Tate are back together, and they're, super duper duper in love, and they're walking around in square, and they're happy to be just out and public and, doing their thing. So here comes Misery, right? And that's Sophia. So Sophia is like, it didn't take you that long to get back together and all that. So, of course, it's an awkward encounter. So she did tell Holly that, hopefully when you give it up to him, that he won't call out my name, right? So, of course, it's just a jab to Holly and all of that, right? So Tate did try to apologize to Sophia, and Sophia is like, save it. I really don't want to hear it, right? So they go back to the mansion, and Holly is saying, I understand that, Sophia is hurt, but that was a jab earlier. So he said, it wasn't really a jab. We were about to get intimate the other night before I came over here, and, I did call out your name during that time. And she said, oh, wow. So she said, so hold on, how did Sophia break up with you, or you broke up with her? So he's like, she broke up with me, but why does that matter? So she said, because, it could be that because she broke up with you, you just decided to come and see if you could still have a chance with me. So he's like, no, it's not that. I really still do care for you. I still love you. Like, I've always been thinking about you all this time, so I really wanted to be with you, right? My heart is with you, right? So anyways, they're kissing and they're enjoying themselves, and they started studying. So while they're studying, he's saying that he wants to do it right this time. He wants to go out on dates with her, take her dancing, take her to dinner, all that stuff, right? Normal couple stuff. So she's happy about that. At some point she was saying that they should go up a room. So he's like, I really don't want to mess up things between us. I want us to take it slow so that when it's time for that it's at the right moment. So he doesn't want to mess up things as it is, right? And I don't care for Tate like that, but I agree with him on that. I don't think they should just rush into the next step, even though if they've been together for a while and then they were at that place before they break up. It still is too soon. He just got out of the thing with Sophia, and then Holly's just ready to jump his bones. Like, I don't know, these teenagers are moving way too fast. So Sophia is there eating her cake. When you're in a heartbreak, you start eating these desserts, right? So Aaron comes over, and Aaron is like, that's a big piece of cake. So she's like, don't judge me, I really need it. So he's like, what happened? She said that she and Tate are no longer together. Tate and Holly are back together. So he's surprised because the last conversation he had with Tate was that him and Sophia are getting together, and Holly said that they're over. So he's surprised to hear that. So she did clue him into without giving him direct details about what truly happened, what Tate did and all that. So he's really sorry to hear that he thought that they were gonna be an item. So she said, yeah, I thought so too. So anyways, they're talking, having a good conversation, and it relates to him, and he's saying like, at least your brother is not in jail facing attempted murder charges. So she asked him like, what really happened. I got all the time. So anyways, he shares with her everything that happened, and him having to take care of Felicity while his brother is away. So it's a lot on him. So she said that she's sorry to hear that. So anyways, at some point he said that he's gonna study. So she's like, do you really want to study? So he's like, not really. So she invites him over to her place to watch the Body and Soul taping and all that. So I mean, Sophia, you just ended this thing with Tate, and it was a physical thing. Do not do this with Aaron. I really think that Aaron and Sophia would make a good pairing. She didn't give him a time of day back in the day because she didn't find him interesting or attractive, but I think she should give him a chance. I think they would be a good couple. Still not really into Sophia like that, but why not? So Brady goes over to the hospital. Of course, Xander is out there. He's just frustrated that Sarah's not walking, and he's just beating himself up. So Brady comes over and he asks him, how is Sarah? How is she doing? So he's like, not much improvement. He said he heard from Kristen that, Sarah is just really not there in terms of walking. So he said, yeah, I had to throw her out because she was trying to force her to walk. So he's like, she didn't tell me that. I mean, Brady, she's never going to tell you the bad side of things. But anyways, he's just beating himself up, and Brady said that he's sorry for the both of them, and he really hopes that things will change. And Xander said, if anybody needs to apologize, I need to apologize for all that I put you through, and blaming you for Sarah not walking, and then my mom framing you like I owe you a lot. So it's like, don't worry about it. Like, you were angry at what happened to Sarah and you were just lashing out, and I understand. So he said that, I want to make it up to you. I want to give you back your job if you want it. So he's like, yeah, I will take you up on that offer. And he said, like, this company wasn't really much to me because I would give it up for Sarah to walk in a heartbeat. So Maggie and Sarah are talking, and Sarah is telling Maggie that she really is bummed out about not being able to walk, but she also feels bad for Xander because Xander is still beating himself up about what his mother put her through, and he just can't help the situation. So she's kind of frustrated that this thing is not working because she's worried that if it doesn't work out, then Xander will not be able to recover from it either. So she's just sad about it all. So Maggie's reassuring her that it's not his fault at all. It wasn't his doing. and you know he's doing the best that he can, and she needs to give herself some grace as well. So anyways, she did ask Maggie to go check on him, but she also asked her to, you know, bring over a piece of food because, you know, she needs to eat before she rests. So anyways, Maggie goes over to get the bowl and everything to give her, and then she kind of stumbles over it, so it fell on Sarah's lap. So Sarah, she's apologizing, and Sarah said, no, I really feel the bowl. So, you know, it feels like, you know, she has a little sensation coming on. So I will show you guys a clip after, but that was it for today. But come on, Chris, they need to find Kristen a partner, right? Because it's not working out for her. But anyways, guys, that is it. Don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe to my channel. I will see you guys tomorrow for an all-new recap. Comment your thoughts on today's episode. What did you think?
Oh my god. Oh no. I'm sorry. I'm not. It didn't spill. No. Oh my god. I felt that. I actually felt that.